So we're going to give you a little introduction to the Hub Planner scheduler in this video, and we're going to walk you through some of the basics of just the operations and how it works. So the first thing to do is you can see this is what we're looking at is the scheduler view, and the Hub Planner scheduler is a cell-based scheduler, so I can click around different cells and highlight across different rows. And that's nearly similar to the design and intuitiveness you might find in a spreadsheet. And that's intentional by design because we find people on board a little bit quicker when it's native to some of the functionality that they're already used to using in spreadsheets. So there's two main things that the scheduler should be able to do for you. The first thing you want to use it for is the actual booking tool. So you're going to want to be able to schedule people on projects, events, and kind of move things around between people. The second part the Hub Planner should be able to do for you is to act like a feedback tool, so you can kind of find people based on requirements and availability and schedule people based on that kind of criteria, always having an overview of their capacity. So they're the two main things that you'll want to be using the scheduler for. So if we do an example here, let's take Abby, who's in slot number 1 there. So we're going to highlight 2 weeks of work here. So when we highlight 2 weeks of work, we have a couple of options that will all do pretty much the same thing, and we can go through those. So if I right clicked the highlighted area, that's the option that's kind of preferred that I use. Go down to selected project to schedule a project, and let's say we pick Amex. So I'm going to press the schedule button, and what happens here, a booking appears on the scheduler. So what we're saying is we've essentially scheduled Abby for 100% of her time over 10 days on Amex project. Now this booking is 100% resizable, and it can be moved to different resources. So this just helps when you're planning. You can agile move things around. You're not sure yet to, maybe you're still making adjustments and you're just penciling it in. So you have all the tools, and it also comes loaded with a right click menu, giving you lots of application style shortcuts to be able to do different things. There's other ways that you can schedule as well. So highlighting interactively on the scheduler is probably the most common. The 3 dots here gives you the same menu as you would get just right clicking. So this is optional to what you prefer, left clicking on the 3 dots or right clicking on the blue highlighted area. You also have the option here to use the toolbar. So if you highlighted an area, you can just come straight up to schedule and pretty much get the same menu, go to project. Let's pick AWS this time and schedule it in. So all in all, that's giving you the exact same effect, just a few different ways to get there. The last way you can do to get things into the scheduler, at least from the scheduler standpoint, is to click add new from the sidebar, or you can click it from the plus button here in the header. Click schedule resource. Now with schedule resource, it's a little different because we could pick, let's say we picked a backend project. So you're kind of filling out more of a form here. Gives you the opportunity to add in more details to the project. So we'll just keep it simple here. We'll say we want to use the backend project, but here you can quickly pick more people. So if we picked Ben, Antonia, and Andy from the team, so we're kind of booking people at once, and let's book the whole week here. And we can leave everything else the same. We don't have to change that. Once we add new, you'll see that all 3 bookings come in at once. So this is great if you're trying to, I want to pencil in or schedule a couple of people at once on the exact same thing. You don't have to do it one by one by one. You can just do it in one swoop via the form. Of course, there's other ways to take bookings, such as copying and pasting. So you can use a keyboard shortcut or just use the context menus to do that. So that's also a quick way to kind of repeat and schedule people in. Okay, so that's a look at the Hub Planner scheduler, the basics of it, and how to schedule people on projects.